Hi, and welcome to December's Patreon Q&A. I'm your host, Matt, and as you can see, I'm not sat in front of my computer this month. That's mainly because I'm in the process of tidying up my office. I have no green screen, and everything that you can be seeing behind me would be an absolute mess. So until I've got that cleaned, I've thought I'll just do it on my phone like this and see how it goes. So let me know what you think in the comments below. But basically, I'm going to jump straight into this month's Q&A. As I'm not in front of my computer, I can't read the questions verbatim, so I'm going to paraphrase both of them. And the first one is from Mike. Mike wants to know how progress is going on Stiletto with the playtesting and like whether anything has changed, etc. And the answer is pretty simple. Not a lot has changed. In terms of campaign playtesting, we are about 4 or 5 episodes into our campaign. You won't be able to see any of that yet because it's not on the channel yet, but they will be coming in the new year. And the reason not a lot has changed is because the downtime rules are one of the main things that need to change in the rules with playtesting, because we haven't actually had any campaign playtesting yet. So once the downtime has happened, there's going to be a lot of tweaks to the rule set around the downtime. In fact, some of the downtime stuff hasn't even been written yet. So there's going to be a lot of work around the downtime once we get around to that for our first downtime session. So that's really the main thing. Other than that, the only other thing I can think of is the chase mechanics. We had a big chase scene in one of our last episodes, and just with how it went, it was kind of on the fly chase scene, and it does need a little bit of tweaking with how the rules kind of address chases. And really, there has been a lot of playtesting around chases previously, but it's from our one-shot that we've put together, and it's the very first scene for the one-shot, and as a result, it's quite scripted. It's designed to introduce players to the setting, really, and as a result, it works quite well for that purpose, but when you want to do chases kind of on the fly, there needs to be a little bit more guidance and some tweaking around that. So that's probably something that's going to be changing in the near future. Other than that, we need to wait and see. So thanks, Mike, for the question. The second question comes from Peter, and Peter wants to know how I feel about the Electric State RPG. Am I excited for it? And he's also pitched an idea he has for a campaign, which is effectively The Littlest Hobo meets The Good Dinosaur in a kind of road trip movie montage sort of campaign. And while I think that sounds like a really cool idea, he also asks what I think, whether I've got any cool campaign ideas, etc. And the answer is really no. And I'm going to be a bit boring with this response, but basically I've been commissioned to do the solo rules for the Electric State RPG. And as a result, my creative brain needs to be really laser focused on one thing, and that is distilling the core experience down to a good solo experience. And as a result, I don't want my brain to start going off onto tangents on what I could use the rule set for or the themes for in other campaigns. I really need to be focused, laser focused, on getting that core experience distilled down into a good set of rules for solo play. So I'm kind of dodged your question a bit there, Peter. Sorry about that. In terms of what I think about the game, I actually, even though I'm being commissioned to write the solo rules, I have not yet seen a manuscript for it, so I've only seen what everybody else has seen from the Kickstarter, and what I've seen I'm really excited about, really mainly because Niels Hintze, who is the author, the lead developer, I should say, for the game, also has developed some of my favorite games for the Year Zero engine. That's games like, well, the following games: Tales from the Loop, Things from the Flood, Vaesen, and The Walking Dead. These are all the lightweight role-playing games from Free League that use the Year Zero engine, and they're the ones I like the most. For those of you who are familiar with Year Zero Mini, which is a game I've written, I use Tales from the Loop as the basis for that. So that should probably tell you how highly I think of the mechanics of that game, and just in what Niels has produced in general. So I'm very excited about the Electric State RPG. It's going to be a new iteration of the Year Zero engine, just from what we've seen with teasers of what Free League have teased about the game, and the dice, for example, what we've seen. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see more. So yeah, I'm going to stop there. Thanks, everyone, for the questions, and hopefully get some good questions next month. Other than that, have a good holidays, hopefully, everyone, and have a nice slide into the new year, as we say here in Germany.